Yay.
Doesn't sound too
All right, welcome back. Daedalus's game part 2. Yes, part 2. So the very brief of briefest rundowns. Black holes interfering with a planet, space station, radiation, Doctor Commander, Vulcan lady, bunch of people on the planet, bunch of people on an Iconian space station, giant robot head, Borg drone 800 years old, and we'll have fun.
Good luck.
Wow. Great stuff. Let me try this. Ship diplomat's log. Acting diplomat Yorin. Supplemental. The danger posed by the black hole about to cut this planet in half is currently looking to be mitigated by myself in gaining the cooperation of the local natives so that they don't all die out. Even though they are relatively primitive, I believe I can relate to them while the remaining away team continues to work on the moon planetary space thing up in the sky that seems to have started this whole mess.
Meanwhile,
And now, the
personal
conclusion.
log is like wanted to play God on planet, wasn't able to.
No, not God. I don't have to be. You know my
don't have to
backstory,
be God,
David.
you
I
play
don't
God.
believe in God. I
Wanted
just believe in really powerful creatures.
to play powerful deity.
Deity-like.
Wanted to play.
Being a deity is against Starfleet regulations.
It's more like a demigod.
And I believe in Starfleet regulations.
I believe in Kelly.
Yeah.
All right, so let's pick things up on Omega Draconis 1. That's the planet. When we left off, Yorin, you had finished discussing things with the Ithic leader,
Yep,
the mayor. That was
and we had been
Mayor Akara.
Mayor Akara. Man, I had
was
all these
quite
names listed
insistent.
somewhere.
You're in Chalk tier.
Chaktir, Akara, and the names that I always have been accidentally forgetting and getting mixed up.
Yes. You know, she was very insistent. I am Akara. We are in Chalk tier, not the other way around.
The city of Chakakara.
No, Chalk tier. I am Akara.
And your ministers, starting with Joe and no, wait, that wasn't it.
No. Mikael, Ethel, Dr. Tro, and Vander Laan.
Mike, Ethel, Tro, and Vanderyacht.
No, Vander Laan.
We know what we heard.
Vanderlaan Portal.
I find it very unlikely that he would not have already gotten shot at this point. He's calling the natives, but that's okay. That's why I wanted to watch it. It was really entertaining and quite informative.
It's definitely part of my accent that it makes me hard to understand. I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
For this,
Commander Denning is eyeing you, Yorin, at all of this, and just going. She's face palming. She's off in the corner, face palming.
Oh, Denning is Emily's character. Oh, Tess Denning. Gotcha.
But everyone calls her Tess. But at this moment, she's
Except for
off.
Dave
She's
just then when he called her Denning.
she's Commander Denning at this point.
Ta'ani calls her Commander Denning.
Commander Denning.
Because you're a nerd.
That's because Ta'ani has all of the emotional availability of an ice cube.
Basically.
No, an ice cube melts. An ice cube has a nice soft center.
Yeah,
Like an ice cube standing above a boiling oil fryer.
Depends, Dave. It might be a different phase of ice.
It could be plasma ice.
What, like absolute zero, where it's a liquid, a solid, and a gas at the same time?
I'd be really surprised if that happened at absolute zero, but
I don't know. There's a number where that happens, but I don't remember.
it is actually. It's really cool.
Cold enough to be a superconductor.
Okay. So Akara goes, all right, Yorin. Right. You can't get my name right. I want to be sure I have your name right. You seem to be a man of moderate intelligence.
Oh, you flatter me.
So, how about you?
I believe we were going to play some games, was it?
Yes. You should you should discuss things with my Minister of Astronomy, Mikhail.
Mikhail! Yoren turns around and looks at the four ministers round and takes a second and points to that guy.
Yes. So he's a tall, lanky, old, wrinkly, just
Does he have a beard?
yes, very long beard, about
An
2
epic-
feet long.
An epic beard? Oh, that's nice.
Epic beard,
So
gray.
it's like the most stereotypical astronomer you could have described.
He looks like
Oh,
their
yeah.
version of a wizard.
Yes, he looks like a wizard.
Basically, he is a wizard.
You're a wizard, Harry.
Yoren, being from a race that doesn't naturally occurring beards, is also impressed by the beard.
Ah,
Just like he was with Yeg.
yes. Yoren!
Mikhail! Pleasure to meet you.
Come here. I can't see much, but my brain's still here.
Aha, I understand that too. You know, bad eyes, good ears.
You too.
It honors me to have something in common with obviously such a learned man as yourself.
Yeah, and he reaches up and he starts putting his hands on your face, trying to get a picture of what you look like. You have weird ears. Huh. I've never seen that before.
From what I hear, you just told me you don't see much. Oh, I'm joking, of course.
You are a jokester, sir. Well,
I like to have a nice way to break the ice in an introduction.
fair enough. Well, you see, Johan, I am one of the wisest men here, and I say that based on the motion of the stars, that Choctaw here sits at the center of the universe. What say you?
A fascinating discovery. Do you have a laboratory or a telescope for us to examine this matter further?
I have a laboratory over here. You want to come with me?
Yes, I think that would be magnificent. I would love to see your let's not say I would love to see your equipment.
You're the one trying to get him alone in his laboratory.
Yeah.
Would you like to see my math, my theorems?
Oh, most definitely. I would be most honored to discover more text from a learned individual such as yourself.
That's what we're calling it these days.
Okay. Well, you
Hilariously,
come here.
according to the theory of
So-
relativity, he's not necessarily wrong.
So before we head off, I'm going to look at Commander Denning. Commander Denning, you'll take care of Minister Ethel. Is Ethel the correct one for her?
Yes.
Minister Ethel, while I accompany my new friend Mikhail here to study his research. Won't you?
Well,
With a
certainly.
smile
Joran.
and a wink, smile.
Mm.
All right. Well, at that moment, Ethel comes up. All right. Which one of you is the athlete?
Oh God.
And this is our NPC Commander Tess Denning.
Definitely.
This kind of looks and goes. want this or me?
I don't think I'm the athlete.
Second, blankly, and Tess goes, "Me, it's me. I got this."
Second looks on in a little bit of envy, but will stand back and defer to the commander.
All right.
We'll be all Tasha Yar up in that.
All right. Well, here's your challenge. You will race me. And then we're going to play dodgeball.
You can dodge a ball, you can save a planet.
That's why you're going to say dumb, John.
And if you can beat me, we'll listen to you. If you can't beat me, you leave. Deal? All right. Fair enough.
All right, so then we still have Tro and Vanderlaan. Which were the two of them again?
That is either the Minister of Biology or the Minister of Philosophy.
I'll take philosophy.
The other set of nerds.
All right. So that gives you Vanderlaan. All right. So he approaches you. He kind of goes, all right, so who are you?
I'm Sanjana. How are you?
I'm not convinced you're actually here. I feel like I might.
Oh God, he's one of those. I have 2 degrees in this. In real life, I mean.
If you
on the planet.
If you and again, remember, I don't know that you are actually here, but if you can convince me you're here, then I will listen to you.
There.
This guy's very serious about his philosophy.
Yeah. He's the chairperson. I knew that was going to be the... I accept your challenge. You're breaking up, though. I can't hear you. Oh, Mr. Vanderlaan, I feel like
I lost David too. I can still hear Emily, but I lost David.
I know, it's like he's not there, so I don't have to prove anything. It's fine.
You won accidentally.
It wants
The tables are
The ultimate dodge.
Philosopher's dodgeball.
Sorry, we lost you there for a second, Dave. Seems like you're back now.
Yeah. Well, I accepted your challenge to prove that I'm here.
to be.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Philosopher's football except dodgeball. Have you guys seen that?
Philosopher's Parisi squares.
Oh, no. Have you guys seen Philosopher's football match?
No, not.
It's a fantastic Monty Python sketch.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, it's been a while.
Yeah.
Greeks versus Germans.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Ish.
Where did things go wrong?
You were just about
everywhere.
to say that she was not real.
Oh,
And then you left, and it seemed fine. I feel like that means a 1, but I guess you're gonna have to continue talking.
But you see, from his perspective, it seemed like you guys were the ones that disappeared. So clearly, you must not be there.
Oh my God, I hate all of you.
exactly.
I cannot drink the glass in front of you.
Jesus Christ, the answer is
So
you have no other
inconceivable.
way. You have no other context of experience but the experience in front of you, so you may as well participate at assuming it's real. Jesus, read Hume. Okay, I'm done.
Long way, hasn't
But
it?
you're not there. You're getting drunk.
So does he at least concede that he is there, Mr. Vanderlaan? Do you at least concede that you are here? You're just not convinced that I am here.
Oh, I am here. I'm just not convinced that I am not dreaming.
That sounds wonderfully convenient for you, that you at least assume that you're here. but I'll accept your premise.
Hmm. He gives you a quizzical look.
So the burden of proof falls upon me, so that I have to prove that I am here, but you don't have to prove that you are there.
But of course, I'm the one presenting you with the challenge.
That's not necessarily how challenges work, but we're going to go with that.
No one ever said this was a fair challenge.
It's interesting that you don't have a sense of other people, but you do have a sense of what is fair. I feel like that's a much higher philosophical order than if I feel like it'd be impossible to. I feel like it would be impossible to determine what is fair if you don't also concede that there are other people to be fair to, outside of yourself.
Plato is turning over in his grave right now.
I know. If anybody that's a philosophy major, please just don't listen to me for the next minutes. It's going to hurt you a little bit.
Just pretend it's not canon. It doesn't work.
Yes.
That's all right. I only had a minor in philosophy, so I don't care that much.
I only slept through about a quarter of my philosophy class. So
I had an 8 a.m. philosophy class, so I may as well have not had one. But
Brain wasn't quite in go mode just yet.
yeah.
yeah, I had a 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. philosophy class, and I had a wildfire come through campus that semester. So
Whoa.
Hey, I almost slept through that fire. It's fine. It was not a big fire.
I mean, you definitely win that one.
I have about 6 years worth of aggregate philosophy training.
Yeah,
I know more about thought and perspective than any human being should.
And Tucker, that's why I'm glad you're not on the planet doing this, because I wouldn't stand a chance.
Okay, so that if we want to set a time limit for someone that has more than is humanly necessary for philosophy, I feel like that's gonna. Good luck with that.
Yeah. So let's flash over to the astronomy office area. Hut. We'll say hut.
So how far is it? We just like half the village.
Just a short. It's
5
like
minutes.
a 2-minute walk.
2 minutes.
He's an
Does it
old
have
man.
like an observatory or?
Why are we saying hut? What is an astronomy hut?
It's a clay building with a large telescope poking out of the top.
That feels kind of oxymoronic. We have a blind astronomer that also has a telescope sticking out of a hut.
Yeah.
Well, the corrective lenses help.
Hold on. He's not entirely blind. He's just mostly blind.
This is very Kingdom of Loathing.
Nearly blind.
Man, I haven't been Kingdom of Loathing in a long time.
Ooh, can I have your account then?
I don't know if it's even still there. Uh-oh.
All right.
Looks like everyone froze. Okay.
All right. So you walk in the hut. You see a telescope, a rudimentary telescope, probably more rudimentary than one Galileo would have used. You also see an open book with a bunch of mathematical formulas, proofs, and such. Give me an insight engineering roll.
Engineering? I can do that.
Or science. Actually, yeah.
It's only 1 point either way.
Sure, you give me science. Give me insight science, and this is going to be difficulty 3. You are looking.
Do any of my focuses help, like linguistics?
Ooh. Do any of your? What are your focuses?
The ones that might apply are law and linguistics. Maybe experimental technology?
No.
What exactly is the point of linguistics in a world with universal translators?
Because they don't always work. What is Jesus Christ? Because Darmok is an episode.
Yes. I'll give you
right
linguistics. You're looking at math, so I'll totally give you linguistics.
I can do math.
Math is language.
Especially if you're
and
getting
I can do this as science or engineering.
Yeah. So do you want to?
I'm going to go with engineering, and I'm going to use my bold engineering trait to give you a threat and get an extra die.
Ooh, I like you.
You would.
You're the best.
Let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, and then linguistics. One more would probably be safest, but do I go for it? Can I spend the 2 momentum for a second die?
Do we have any momentum to start with?
We had
Yeah, you guys
5
have
from the
5.
last one.
And you only need to spend 1, don't you?
He gave me 1 threat for the first dice, so the second one costs 2 either.
No,
momentum.
that's from a trait.
No,
Thought that was a
I get a
specific
bonus if I use a threat to gain a die.
Oh,
For this
so
particular
that's
thing.
4
okay,
dice.
interesting.
I got you. Okay, I see.
So I'm going up to 4 dice.
Yeah, bold engineering gives him something cool.
A reroll if I spend threat on an engineering task.
Got
There
it.
you go.
All right, so
Going up to 5 dice
that's
for
gonna
this?
be 4 dice, and I get a reroll. 1, 2,
Bring it
3,
on.
4.
What's your discipline plus? What's your discipline plus?
16.
Thing? 16.
And I can reroll.
Give me a second.
I get reroll 1 die. I am not going to because I got a 10, a 1, a 10, and a 19.
Oh, nice.
So that's 4 successes.
Okay. So, sorry, did you spend momentum for that 4th
Yeah,
die?
2 momentum, and then I just got 1 back.
Okay.
Cool.
So,
Unless, hold on, there was one other thing, or do I actually need a
Okay,
computer
Will,
for that bonus? Okay,
Will,
so I don't get that bonus.
Will.
What?
If you have a reroll,
You're not here.
If you have a reroll, spend it on the 19. You might get the momentum back, and your chance of getting
Or I might get a
mishap is pretty
complication.
low. Your chance of that is 5% versus an 80% chance of getting momentum back.
Fine.
Thank you.
I got a 7. 1 more momentum.
okay.
Got
So we're
him.
back to 5.
Okay. So you look through the logbook,
Mhm.
and you go, wait a minute.
This isn't
He did-
right. Or
He
is it
did
right?
2 plus or 2 minus -2 equals 0.
For shame.
And that should be 4.
Well, this was kind of expected at some point, but let's see. Is this the only glaring oversight, or is this like peppered throughout the document? far as
That's the only error in his entire proof. But
Gotcha.
that's like his theory of Draconis being the center. Well, he doesn't even know it's a planet, but that's his theory that Choctier is the center of the universe.
Gotcha. And is he explaining his works to me, or is he just kind of sitting back and looking at what I think of it?
He's kind of sitting back and he's going, so Yoren, what do you think? Brilliant, isn't it? Is it not the most amazing mathematics you've ever seen?
Oh yeah. I keep looking through it. Do I know what this change would be if I pointed it out to him?
If you spend a momentum, you certainly do.
Yes, I can do that.
Okay. The change would show that gravity, which they definitely have a concept of gravity.
Yes, because they're on the ground.
They can only ignore
they're
so
on the
much of
ground.
the reality.
But that the stars don't rotate around the planet, but it shows a shift to where the black hole would be, because that's where their sun was.
Mm-hmm. The black
that
hole is the center
would-
of the universe. Can we?
The
Here's the weird question: can we see the black hole from the planet?
what you can see is an absence of light. So
Gotcha.
in some sense, yes.
So he should know that something does not exist there, or nothing doesn't not exist in the spot where the black hole is.
Yes. There's an area. There's an area of nothingness.
Because I'm assuming they don't know exactly what a black hole is.
No.
It's hard to talk about a vacuum in space.
Yeah.
Exactly.
In fact, if you discussed it with them, he probably has a name for it. But
Gotcha. So I look through. So I look through the notes, and I find the parts that are correct, and start praising him for it. Like at the beginning, this part. Oh, I see what you did here. Very interesting. And then I go later into the document, and it comes back here as this part. Oh, that is a genius stroke.
I know. Thank you, Joran.
And then I look around, and I take a peek. Can I take a peek through the telescope?
Yeah.
All right.
You can certainly try.
And then I look through the telescope, and I look a little curious. Then I look back at the document, and I look at the telescope. What do you make of that large dark area in the sky over yonder?
Oh, you mean the void?
The void, yes.
Yes.
Has that altered your calculations in any way? It seems very odd, doesn't it? Compared to the rest of the sky.
Yes. It's been there. It's
In my village, we always considered it a kind of a bad omen, but I'm curious as to what you think of it.
We learned to accept it. We just said it was part of life, representative of nothingness. It was okay. It was, there's times in life where you have a lot, and then there's times in life where you don't have a lot.
Oh, of course. Yes, I know that. I know that very well.
And for the sky to represent it, it made perfect sense.
I see. But I'm very sorry. I think I smudged your nose. Here, can you look at this section right here? I think I might have messed up some of your math, and I show him the part that he kind of didn't do right.
And he walks over, and he leans in real close and squints, and he goes, "Oh no. Oh, uh-oh.
Oh dear, I'm sorry. Did I do something? Was it something I did?
No, that's not you. That's all me.
What? No, here. It can't be that bad. Here, let me help. Tell me what's going on here.
Oh no, because if that's a 4 and not a 0, then if that's a 4, then that puts the.
Oh, but you had the 4 further down here, though. Ooh, that would change this one too, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah, if that's in that's the number that corresponds with the center of everything.
Well, that's the center number.
That puts the center not here.
But where would it put it? Quick, do you have some parchment and something to write with? Here, let's do it now. Look, it's just me here. No one else has to know about this yet.
Okay. We can fix this. And he gets his stuff out, and you guys can go to work. And we'll flip over to
Just teach him special relativity. Then he can just set the village as the frame of reference, and everything will rotate around it.
Let's go back to Sanvana and the and Doctor and
Look, Tucker. That's part 2 to get him to ingratiate himself to me.
And Dr. Vanderlaan.
Okay, so
the 2 who don't exist.
So, Dr. Vanderlaan, I would love to hear about how you come to your philosophy about dreams and about not being sure whether you're in a dream or not. I'd love to understand that better. Is there any way that you could maybe explain how you came to that conclusion to me?
Well, you'll see, when we dream, we often imagine our worst fears, our deepest fears, the things that would unsettle us, that would shake our point of view. And for me, having someone come in and try to question everything that I hold dear, that is one of my deepest fears.
Okay.
So
God, he's like an awful cross between Zhuangzi and Sigmund Freud.
It's like I have questions, but don't question what I believe.
Yeah. So to me, you are the embodiment of everything that I worry about.
So you're saying that I'm kind of like your nightmare?
How rude.
In a matter of speaking.
Well, I wouldn't want to question your philosophy. It sounds like you've taken a long time to come up with that. How long have you been studying this for?
Oh, 30 cycles.
30 cycles. That's very impressive. Do you have students? Do you often pose this problem to your students?
Well, of course I have students. We all seek to learn here in Chalk Tier.
Of course. Has any of your students ever given you a satisfactory answer? Is this an answer only known to you?
Well, there are many thought problems that truly don't have definitive answers, but just answers that we must accept.
So there's okay, hold on.
What?
Sorry, I'm still on the thing about cycles for a planet that doesn't have a sun. So how do they have days and years?
How long is it?
Exactly.
How long?
Literally nothing about this makes any sense.
You're telling me.
Where's the doctor when you need him?
There's literally, I don't think there's any way to logic my way out of it. It sounds like this is more of a feelings problem, which is good.
I have
Which is good for a betazoid.
Why don't we solve this whole problem by nuking them from orbit? Then nobody has to worry about this ever again.
That's not what I
Thanks, Doc.
expected.
So I think I need to give him a series of leading questions wherein I can probe how he feels emotionally about each of my answers and gauge my answers accordingly in order to have the most flattering effect on our dear doctor.
then
And
help him
avoid
come to
like
terms with his
succumbing
failed
to all the
marriage.
sophistry.
What?
And avoid succumbing to all the sophistry.
Yeah, because that's a quagmire and nobody's getting out of, and he doesn't want his police questions, so we're not gonna.
Engage.
No.
Okay. I'm just gonna throw this out there. Literally, all of you are engaging in nothing but sophistry, but it's okay. It's okay.
Isn't that why we played D&D in the first place?
It's like, what are we here for? This is it. But,
This is getting awfully philosophic.
it's very philosophical for a Friday night. Okay, so is there any way to? I feel like I could ask all of these questions in a series, but I don't. If nobody got time.
You know what? We can.
Basically, we're waiting on Dave to give you a challenge.
We can very much simplify this into a role.
Okay, I don't know how that works, but that sounds like
She's asking for that to happen, Dave. Make it happen.
So I'm going to have you make an insight medicine roll.
Okay.
This is using essentially your psychiatring here.
That sounds like a good plan.
So again, this is going to be difficulty 3, which means you need to get 3 successes or more in order to do that.
What is she trying to do? Is she trying to say questions or is she trying to glean information?
Glean information.
Basically, she's trying to figure this philosopher out.
Okay, that's definitely an insight.
Yeah.
Yes.
Trying to figure out what is.
Convincing him would probably be more of a presence.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't think he's convincible. I think it's about figuring out the answer that he wants to hear.
Yes.
Gotcha.
That's where we got into a quagmire. I tried to question him. He literally said, I don't want my beliefs questioned. So it's not a matter of philosophizing this. It's a matter of finding the right way to answer it that he's going to feel that I have acknowledged his beliefs well enough while feeling good about himself. But without
it's like talking on Facebook.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Stroke his ego just enough.
It's online dating. I am trying to convince them of a certain level of competence. So that's what we're doing here.
Yes. I will let your cultural studies focus come into play here.
Mm-hmm.
Especially after that little discussion. You definitely know what you're after here.
Mm-hmm.
which means now every 5 or below gives you a critical success.
Okay.
So you probably want to spend momentum or give me threat to purchase another die.
So what is her current score for this roll?
16.
Gotcha. So you need a 16 or less, and you get 2d20, and you need three successes out of 2 dice.
We could make
Go for it.
that if we got 1 extra die just by tossing in one of our momentum, but I think 2 is safe.
I'm willing to take any suggestions on this because this is the part that I don't fully.
We're
Well,
just trying to
like-
meet a certain roll, and
I
with really
basically
good
did
stats.
the exact same roll you're about to do, and I purchased 2 additional dice to make sure I got it.
Yeah,
Well, let's do that. That sounds like a good plan because I
we
don't want.
spend 3 of the momentum and make it so.
Okay.
Okay. You have that is 1, 2, 3.
Man, a 1, a 2, and a 3, those are great rolls.
No,
Seriously.
no, a 15, a 16, a 6, and a 5. So that's
That's 4 successes. Let's recoup
No,
one of that momentum, please.
Or is that a 5 success?
that's
You got 1
5.
crit in there?
Oh,
Yes.
Nice.
So you get 2 successes back. So here's what your Betazoid powers
are able to draw out of it after the
start.
little
figuring
Socratic
out.
method there.
This guy.
He's a little bit lonely. No.
Whoa, well. We knew that. I mean, he wouldn't be discussing it, but let's go on with that. So what,
No, Craig.
what is up with this guy? Tell me about this guy.
He's very impractical, very sheltered, very preposterous. He wants to be met back in the exact same way. So if you can argue back to him in the same kind of impracticality and being as preposterous as he is, he might and probably would believe that you're as real as he is.
It would have to be ridiculous, is what you're saying.
Yeah, basically,
Play his
be
game.
ridiculous. He's playing a game. He wants you to play along.
Okay.
You really just don't like philosophers, do you?
The philosopher's stoned.
Look, the only way I know you're not a figment of my imagination is if you're so absurd that I couldn't come up with you.
There you go.
Yes, he wants you to be more absurd than he could possibly imagine.
Are there flying monkeys on the planet? We could get real weird.
Release the evil. Turn Coke into Pepsi.
Okay, so I need to be just God. With my Vulcan brain, this hurts the Vulcan side. The beta says I'm fine with this because this is quite, but the Vulcan side of me is quite not okay with this. It's trying to get very difficult to be
Logic won't help. Only
logic.
the confusion of sophistry can get us through this.
So the only way that I can prove that I'm there is if I describe something more ridiculous that he couldn't possibly imagine, so therefore I would have to be there. So I decided to tell him about this insane party that my mother forced me to go to as a child, wherein every species that was on the planet was there. Everybody was forced to fly in on balloons, and there was trapeze.
Emily,
Yeah.
1 second. You would know this before we got to the planet. These people do not know what alien life is.
They don't know. Oh shoot! I'm not. Well, that's why it's more ridiculous because he doesn't know where I made it up from.
Well, there goes the Prime Directive. Thank you very much.
He broke the satellite. That is not my fault.
Meanwhile, he's going, wait a minute. A balloon? A trapeze? These sound fascinating.
But they're so
Tell me more.
So, I don't know. I've already gotten this. This is as ridiculous as I go. So this is a dream I had. This isn't even a real party. A dream where they were thinking.
A dream. Okay. Okay.
So I don't. So where we were jumping around and the floor was bouncy. I don't know if you know what bouncy is, but that's what it felt like.
As he starts going up and down, like, okay,
I'm
yeah,
waiting for the synesthesia to kick in. Waiting for the synesthesia to kick in the dream. Start.
It tastes green.
Or taste.
It's always green
It's always green.
and arrives on Tuesday.
It's people.
And everybody became vegetables. But I was very concerned that the vegetables would want to eat me as a way of getting revenge on the fact that I had always eaten them as a child.
But how big were the vegetables?
Frankly, too large to be safe.
For 9,000.
And how did this make you feel?
Green.
Would you lay on this couch?
He's just like
It made you feel green.
Sure.
Green. Yeah, I don't. That's the only way I could describe the feeling.
Green.
It was a green feeling.
Green.
Actually, hang on a second. I'm going to just give me a second. Oh, I can't show you photos, can I? I'm making the Tucker emoji face right now.
I just want to.
I so believe it.
want to hear your
I can
feeling.
feel it.
Green. Okay,
I had many green feelings.
that's fascinating.
The full spectrum of green feelings.
The full spectrum. I mean, we're talking from the deepest of greens to the most noxious of lightest greens that can
Kind of a tealy sea green, even.
That's repugnant.
Definitely some greens involved here.
It was offensive to the senses, let me tell you.
It was
Okay, let's let Emily finish.
Right.
I don't know if I want to. It's going so well. So now that I am bouncing away from the vegetables that are making me feel green, I started to then feel a tinge of red, which can only really be described in kind of a chili paste type way. But as I reached the edge of what I found out later was I don't know if they have a pool of water built by man. I don't even know what that would be called. We definitely didn't have those.
A lake?
A lake. It was like a lake, except there was a board that was going across it that you had to balance on. This is hurting my brain so much. But then, luckily, my nightmare ended.
I can't possibly imagine this. This is fascinating.
Frankly, neither should anybody ever again.
Neither should I. That's the trick.
It took me weeks of grappling with this, and it's only because you are so wise that I feel comfortable telling this to you, and that you're the only one that could
and the like 40 people here listening to you.
You're the only one I feel is good enough to tell my story to, and I don't know. It's up to you to decide with what it means.
Ball's in his court.
He walks up to you, and he touches your arm, like in a very slow poking motion, and then your stomach, and he goes,
I try to not
Pull a little Pillsbury Doughboy.
It's that, I don't know.
And then he goes back to your shoulder and shakes his head, walks away, doesn't say anything else. Ethel!
Isn't Ethel
Tester.
running around the village?
Yeah. So we flash halfway through the race between Ethel and Tess. And Tess is starting to get a little winded here.
Give her momentum. Shake it off.
Remember, if you need to make a rapid turn, just jump without pressing a directional key. Everybody who plays Star Trek Online just cracked up. Don't worry.
So I'm needing to make a fitness security test for Tess.
That's one of her best stats, isn't it? 16? 17.
That's a 14 for her.
What? She hasn't been working out enough.
I'm
She's a
sorry.
generalist.
She's very,
skilled at a lot of different things.
none of her attributes are above 10.
Oh.
But none of
Why?
them
But
are
she's
below
not a
8.
unicorn.
Yeah.
David, is that even possible?
None of
Yes.
mine are above 10.
But then if none of them are above 10s, they're all almost exactly 10.
Yeah, she's 9, 10, 9, 10, 10, 8.
God, you guys are lame.
Which is a stat spread. She's an
It's almost
NPC.
like we're
She's not
all
real.
power.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Are you saying somebody's not real here?
Because we're pretty on board with that until like Tess showed up.
Because we could go back.
Hey, sometimes we need a good all-rounder, guys. You know, not everybody
Bring
should
it
be
back
special.
Tucker, that was your cue. We can go back.
We won't go back.
Thank you.
There we go.
Would you like me to spend a momentum for Tess's fitness security difficulty 2 check?
Does she have a focus?
It's only 14, so I think at least one momentum.
No,
I feel-
she does not.
I feel like
Doesn't have a focus.
I feel like momentum is helpful in a race.
Does she have a talent, or do the NPCs not get talents?
Oh no, I mean she has talents that don't have anything to do with racing.
Let's give her a momentum at least.
Send her on in prepared.
Okay.
Dave.
Hopefully she
What did the
hydrated well
dice
at the
say?
party, right?
Well, that's 3 successes.
Yay!
Yes.
So Tess starts to pull ahead in the race. She goes, hey, Ethel! How do you like that? Ethel responds with, Ethel sprints ahead at that moment. And Ethel may have thrown a little elbow into Tess's side.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Not Ethel.
Well, I'm not there, so I can't comment. But
Now this is pod racing.
This is pod racing.
Yeah.
Second has a big smirk on his face. Yeah.
Yeah. And we're gonna make one last roll here. Actually, this
Let's
will
have hand-to-hand combat.
yeah, actually now this will be hand to hand. Oh, actually perfect. As Ethel goes to make that elbow, Tess sees it. And now we're going to have a contested roll.
Yay! Does she need another momentum?
If you'd like to give it to her.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Yeah. So you guys gain 2 momentum.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
And so she sees Ethel's elbow coming, and she's able to just pause, or not even pause, slow down slightly and twist her body just enough to get out of the way of the elbow. And that gets Ethel a little off balance. And Tess does a little sidestep, gets out of the way of Ethel, and dashes to the finish line.
Boom!
Yeah.
I would be very impressed if I was watching.
You would have been.
I am watching, and I'm very impressed.
Yeah.
Did not see that
Yeah,
coming.
Sanvana, you are impressed. And second, actually kind of gives a little nod in approval. You know, he's not one for big displays, but he's like, okay. And that's it.
Good fight.
Yeah. So Tess crosses the finish line and then walks back and gives a hand to Ethel and helps her off the ground.
Good sports.
She was really off balance. Yeah. You, her role would greatly amuse you all. Her contested.
we could spend momentum to add a complication of soft ground.
Yeah. It's all
We already
good.
did that. All right, so
All right, so Tess has won the race.
Or has she
Yorin,
won the respect of the elder?
I'm in a race.
no, she's still gotta play dodgeball.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
right.
I forgot about dodgeball. It's hard to
I
forget
told
about.
you. Dodge the ball, save the planet.
But you had to run the race first. Yorin, you ready for some more
Part
math?
2? Yes.
I'm not actually going to make you do math. This is not.
Oh, that's
purpose of
fine.
this.
I could if you wanted.
You're
me to.
literally called math guy, though.
I mean, I could too. Like, Will, you and I could sit down. We could hammer some math out, but I think we both got better things to do.
We've got the conclusion that we're coming to.
Yes. So I'm having one of those days. So Mikael says, okay, Jorn.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this. This is...
I look at his numbers, and I've been doing the same thing. I look at mine, and they look like they're adding up together, right?
Yeah.
So that would mean, the black space, the void. Is that what you're reading from here?
I mean, that certainly seems to be a source of gravity.
But there's nothing there.
There's nothing there. But that definitely means that this isn't the center.
That's definitely a possibility, but let's not be too hasty. Perhaps we could still be the center. What if we were once the center there and we moved?
But if we moved, that we don't move. That's the whole point of us being the center.
But imagine it. If you were the center, wouldn't it eventually get boring not knowing anything else anywhere? I mean, there's obviously a great hole in the sky. Maybe there was something there, and if there was something there, it would have had to been us, right? It couldn't have been anything else. See where I'm going with this? This way, we're still the center of the universe, even though the numbers are still pointing there. What do you think? You think my hypothesis could fly?
It's possible, but how did we move?
Well, I feel like that's neither here nor there, and is a topic for future discovery. Wouldn't you say?
Yes, but I'm an old knight. I want answers. I don't want to die without knowing. Show me, Jorn. You seem to know more than you're letting on. This whole notion of movement. No one has ever said anything about movement.
The question is how much do you believe?
Well,
your ears.
I don't have my own numbers here, but there is something that I have been researching myself, and I'll give him the kind of basic rundown of gravity and orbits.
Okay.
Which he would not have seen before.
No.
As a theory, not as fact, but as a theory that I am highly interested in, and I have a lot of numbers to back it up. Not perfect yet, of course.
He's holding his head. You know how you do when you first hear something that kind of shakes your knowledge base. Mm-hmm. For me, it was the first time I got calculus. Mm-hmm. It's like, wait, what?
So it looks like a baby when you've done a surprise on them, and they're like, "Oh no!"
What? Yeah.
The object's back.
What?
All of you are banned from formal logic forever.
I have a math degree. I
earned that.
I'm only banned from formal logic in game.
Okay, fine. I accept that. It's just
sorry.
Jorn, Your ears, they don't make sense. You're not Ithic, are you?
Well, I'm certainly not from around here, if you know what I mean. Wink. Nudge. Not that he knows what a wink and a nudge are.
Not that he knows at all.
Not that he could see.
But you understand why I have to keep things quiet. Not everyone could be as accepting as a knowledgeable person as you are.
I suppose. Well, you clearly came here for some reason. If you need me to talk to Akata, you have my support.
I thank you for your graciousness, and I assure you, yes, I only have the interests of you and all of your people in mind.
Sorry.
All right.
I mean, our people.
Maybe not the philosopher, but the rest of them.
All right. Okay, on that note, let's play some dodgeball.
Woohoo! Come
Yeah.
out of the hut. Watch them playing some dodgeball.
Yeah.
3C squares.
No, just dodgeball.
Oh, okay.
This planet has no special
Is it one-on-one or a team match?
Yeah.
This is one-on-one.
Oh.
Mano a
Actually,
mano.
you know what? Let's
Good,
be a little bit more
that's
fun.
good because my fitness sucks.
Let's play 2-on-2.
With ears like that.
Second, you're going in.
Jeez.
Second
It's a big target.
All right, so this is going to be Tess and Second versus Ethel and the People's Champion, which has not been named.
The Rock.
Simply the People's the
What?
Rock.
Yeah, I feel like
No, better. The Paper.
Oh,
The boulder is conflicted about fighting against someone so small.
And flat.
Gutsy.
All right, so we're going to make this very quick and dirty. This is going to be another fitness security roll.
fitness security.
Will, do you have second stats up?
Yep, that is going to be a 13.
Okay, so basically everyone's going to roll their fitness security with whatever modifiers you want to make, and we're going to compare from there.
Gotcha. So
Okay.
you've got Tess and the NPCs, and I've got Wreck-It.
Actually, here, if somebody else wants to roll for Tess, please feel free. Her fitness security
14.
is 14. Yes. Because I need to take care of the NPCs.
Gotcha. Does have slightly higher daring. Could I throw that in there somehow? Do his focus? His focuses don't really help unless hand-to-hand combat counts.
You could probably throw his daring in there if you wanted to twist the way he could be in a daring situation. He could instead of trying to throw the ball, he could be trying to catch the ball.
That's what I was thinking. Instead of dodging, going for the catch.
Okay.
Let's
Okay.
throw that. All right. So let's have him do a daring security. And let's go with... this is just a straight-up opposed roll, right? Of some sort?
It's a little different because it's 2v2, but we'll figure it out.
Gotcha. Since NPCs don't have talents, he just has that. So I'll just give him... I'll throw in a momentum on there for him. And then
Okay.
do that. Who's rolling for Tess? Should I roll for Tess too? I can roll for Tess
Sure.
too. All right. So Tess, she'll also take a momentum. So Tess has 3 dice. Does she have a focus? Probably not.
No.
Oh, that's
This
bad.
doesn't need one. She's that good. Unless you
So
roll like that.
Tess gets 1 success with a 7, and then a 19 and a 20.
Oh my.
Wreck-It gets a
Oops.
2 successes with a 14 and a 4, and then a 17 is nothing.
Okay. So that was 2 successes and 1 success.
Yes. and one
Okay.
complication.
Sure. So here's the way it plays out. One of the cultists, one of the Ithic, they're kind of cultists. One of the Ithic picks up a ball and throws it at Reckon. And it looks like it's headed straight for his shoulder.
And he knows it.
And he leaps. And he twists. And he snags it with one hand.
Oh, nice.
And so
Jorn has come out of the hut at this point. He's like,
Nice.
I knew my gem Hadar could do that.
And then, and while that's happening,
he gets
to live. What kind of monster are you?
Let me rephrase that. He regained his life today.
Okay.
Look, that's how they always do it in the Dominion, right? I'm working on getting that out.
And then Tess picks up has a ball. And she well, as she goes to throw,
it's underinflated. Damn
no. Really, you know that underinflated ball jokes are so like 2 years ago.
Damn it. I'm very old.
You're very old. You're a whole 2 years? You're a whole 2 years old? I mean, get out of here.
No, she throws and it slips out of her hand.
Oh, no.
And it's just this like lazy fly ball.
It's a lob.
It's a
little lob. And one of the Ithic that didn't throw the shallow pass at Wreck-It dives for it and catches it.
Uh-oh.
And so Tess is out.
And so now we're left with both second stringers.
Great.
I don't know. Wreck-It seems like he might be the first stringer in all of this.
Let's see, Wreck-It's doing all right. I'm not too mad at him right now.
Yeah. So we're gonna need another roll.
All right. So he's down to 1-on-1.
Yep.
They both got a ball.
They both got a ball.
He's not exactly one big for strategy. That's more first job. So he's gonna go with straight up power. He does have infiltration, so he knows how to be sneaky about his attacks.
Okay.
So he's going to attempt to do a dodge and counter kind of deal.
Okay.
What can I roll for that?
You're looking to like wait and like go second. Is that the notion here? Or are you trying?
I was just trying to describe the scene. I was going to leave it up to you if you wanted to change the mechanics for it.
Okay. So, go ahead and give me the fitness roll.
Fitness?
Yeah.
All right. So since this is going to be I don't want to say daring because we're not using daring, but different. Let's go ahead and make it good. Let's give you a threat.
Okay.
And then I'll take the 2 momentum, so I get 4 dice.
Okay.
And we'll go with, where are we? Oh, I lost my dice. Where did my dice roller go? There it is. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 5 successes. 10, 11, 1, and 13.
Yes.
Okay. So how many momentum were you at before that roll?
For that roll, I had emptied out our pool.
Okay. So you're back up to 4 momentum.
Oh my.
Nice.
So here's what happened. Ethel's the one that was left. She tried to get really creative. She's thinking, okay, look, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for this scrub to throw at me, and she wanted to try to catch or try to dodge. So when Wreck-It goes to throw, she tosses the ball she's holding up in the air. A little distraction method. but it too slips out of her hand. And instead of tossing it up, it just falls out. And as she tries to dodge the Wreck-It's throw, she slips on the ball that she tossed on the ground, and the throw hits her shoulder.
It drops. She stumbles. She turns in a circle. It smacks her on the back. Oh my gosh, what is going on?
So
oh,
it wasn't even Wreck-It's amazingness that took her out. It was her own stupidity.
She got cocky.
She got a little cocky, and she got bested by her own bravado.
Can you imagine a woman named Ethel getting cocky? I mean, frankly.
Hey, my grandmother's name was Ethel.
Exactly.
I bet you played a mean game of dodgeball back in the day.
Exactly.
I'm sure she did. All right.
And second is very proud. Victory is life, and he stands up a little bit straighter.
And Ethel kind of cringes and gets up off the ground and goes, really? Why this again? Okay.
That's the kind that would console her or be a good sport about it, because Wreck-It's not.
Well, Tess was nice when Ethel went for the race and did that. So Tess comes over and offers her another hand up off the ground and goes, "We really got to stop meeting like this. You got to stop falling. I mean, I'm happy to keep picking you up."
I feel like Vaughn needs to come over and be like, that's just rubbing it in. She's on the ground.
That's a little bit of a backhanded help, but I'm sure it'll go well.
I will help you up but emotionally crush you at the same time.
I'm just saying we got to stop meeting like this. I want us on equal footing.
Oh, burn.
Tess, stop it. You know what you're doing, and it's not okay.
Doran, who has come out in time for the end of the match, correct?
Yes.
Yes. He starts clapping. He's like, "Oh, magnificent. Well done on both sides," just to smooth things over.
Vanna comes over and makes sure that Tess is no longer stands next to Tess and stares at her with a look that indicates no. No more of such behavior.
Tess looks back at her and puts both of her hands out in kind of a what motion. That like hands open, palms up, shoulders shrug. What?
And then the quintessential mom, I will explain it to you when we get back to the ship. Now is not the time when we are in public.
And then the glare of I outrank you.
But she is not the diplomat.
Clearly. I think we established that last time. All right, let's flash over to the station. I think we've done enough on the planet.
The Iconian station, right?
Yeah,
not
the Iconian station.
Just about to boot up Star Trek Online.
I'm sorry.
Sucker.
So this is a new scene, so losing momentum.
Gotcha.
All right.
3 momentum remaining.
So, Zip, you're in the landing bay with a shuttle and a giant robot head. And a security guard.
Robots.
And you're looking into a room that a glyph room that's kind of lighting up, seeing some words. What's going through your head?
Sorry, I had to cough right when you asked the question.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm good. So, okay, glyph room. So Tompkins. Is it Tompkins? Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
Yes. He's the one who told. Yeah. So I just stand there
It
with
is
him
now.
looking at this, and this is. Yeah, this doesn't seem good. So I just tap the comm badge. I can't remember if we did this last time, so we'll just do it again. I tap the comm badge and just go, Zimmerman to Commander Tiani.
Tani here. Go ahead.
Okay, this place, are you guys doing something? Because this place just came alive. I'm seeing glyphs on the wall move, turning into English words.
We are seeing the same. We are en route to you.
Okay. All right, I'll meet you in the shuttle bay.
Indeed. Please prepare the shuttle for launch.
Will do. Zimmerman out. Tap my comm badge, look at Tompkins and say, you stay here, keep an eye on me, wait for them. I'm going to check out the other shuttle. Because that lieutenant, she told us something about there. So I check out the dead shuttle that they used to get onto the station originally. Poke my head inside carefully. Yep. Tricorder out, looking around. What do I see?
So the first thing you see is a piece of paper that says, "Go to the left."
Just the word left.
No, the words "go to the left."
Oh, okay. And they're not written in blood or anything, right? Just
No. It also says, "Careful what you think."
Well, that's not ominous.
Yeah.
And that's just sit there for a second, pondering this. Do I look around? Is there anything else I can see? Is this like the only thing out of place?
That's the only thing. The shuttle was pretty much cannibalized.
Oh, okay, yeah. So there's just parts missing everywhere.
Parts
it's not just
missing.
out of power. It's been okay. Gotcha.
There's no power. Your engineering expertise says that there's no way that this shuttle will ever fly, short of getting it back onto a ship. You would have to tow it out.
Gotcha. So I take the paper with me, go to the left. Now look at the entrance, and when we went in to the entrance, which direction did we go again? Did we go to the left?
You guys went
because there were 4 doors.
Yes, you went in the. Oh, you went in one of the doors to the left. You went in the. I have the map. You went in the leftmost door.
Okay. Okay. So the second leftmost door, is that open or closed?
That's closed.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I want to mess with that, but can I scan through my tricorder?
Yeah.
And actually, yeah, we have the whole map up. So the map tells we can integrate with the system. So do I have to see anything on the map? Can I get any scans from the other side?
Yeah. So in that room, there's a computer terminal. Specifically, that computer terminal. Shows you there's some kind of a generator in that room.
Interesting. I look at the door. Do I spot any traps like we saw in the boardroom?
No.
Just all right. I just glance over at Tompkins. I say, if something happens, you come and kit me. And you tell everyone what's going on. And I just slowly open the door. I put my tricorder in one hand, I pull my phaser out, and I sort of shove the door open slowly with my tricorder on.
Is somebody snoring?
Probably will.
Hey, I'm muted.
Yeah, something.
I don't know.
So, all right. Nudge the door open. Hopefully nothing happens.
Okay. You slowly open the room. You feel a warmth. Computers.
Okay.
and you then open it up and you just see a couple of computers. That's all that's in there.
Well, this is interesting. All right, so I tuck my phaser back in the holster and just start scanning and start looking at the systems, trying to just figure out, trying to decipher what these systems do.
Ah, yes. Give me an insight engineering roll.
All right, and computers is a focus, so
Sure.
finally comes into play.
Difficulty 2.
Difficulty 2. So the focus gives me, I always forget, focus gives me an extra die or a reroll.
No, gives you your discipline is now your crit range.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I always mix this up. So, you said insight.
Insight engineering.
Engineering, that makes sense. All right, so I need 13, and my crit range is. My crit
5.
range is
5 or less.
Yes. Yep. Okay, D20. Rolling 2.4 and 4. Wow. So that's 4 successes.
Okay.
So that's 2 momentum generated.
Yeah.
Nice.
So you see, your scan reveals this is some kind of a gravitational fluctuation generator. Basically a way. You're not sure if it controls a room in this facility or something else. You do see a monitor, but that monitor isn't getting any power.
Can I spend a momentum to get more information or try to tease out more of what the system does or how it works?
Yeah. So you see everything you know about engineering tells you that this is all set up to be this is a control room for a specific room in this station.
For a specific room?
Yes. That that somewhere there are all kinds of different there's probably different gravitational distortions somewhere in this base, this station. And this is the room that's controlling those.
Okay, since I see it's tied to a power down monitor, I try to reroute systems to activate the monitor to see what information it can give me or controls it can give me.
Okay. You do that.
Okay.
Just a quick little finagling of your systems. And it's all taken care of. You see a room that a rather large room, bigger than the room you had that the fight with the Guardian in. And in that room, you see beams swirling about, beams that are 12 feet long, 20 feet long. Basically, if you guys had gone in that room, you probably wouldn't have come out alive. Or you would have had a very difficult time dealing with it because it looks like gravity is all over the place in that room.
Well, that's good we didn't do that.
Your map shows you that is the rightmost room, which is where you were getting the massive energy spike on the tricorder.
Left is good. Okay. Second. Okay. So now our mission on the station was to try to figure out what was it? The station was a collision with the planet.
No, the station had sent out a burst of energy that caused the axis of the black hole to tilt. That was then causing
and to sweep
radiation
right
to go to the
and the
planet.
beam was heading towards the planet.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Does it look like this room would help control the station in that way, like control how the station can affect the local gravitational environment? Or is it just only for that room?
Probably not. You might be able to reconfigure things, but it seems like the controls for the station and being able to alter the pulse are based more on the final control room rather than the one that you're in.
The one that the lieutenant was in? Or
yes.
Okay. All right. So the planet side team is trying to evacuate people, but it would be great if we could just stop the beam altogether.
Yes.
But then we're getting all these warning messages. This is fun. Okay. All right. I head back out to the shuttle room. And I grab Tompkins and I say, follow me. And I start heading back towards the main control room. Because now that we're seeing that's the way, maybe there's a way, if we can get, hopefully we can get control of the station at least to a degree to reset the black hole.
Okay.
That's a weird sentence to say, but.
Yeah. When you walk into the glyph room, you see the word tick, tick, tick come up.
It's a crocodile.
Okay, great. I just tap the content and say, okay, everyone, I think there's a countdown going on, and as much as it being on the station might help save the planet, we might need to get off. And then I asked the Binars, did you see, was there anything in the control room, is there anything in the control room that could be a countdown or some kind of, I don't know, worst case scenario, self-destruct mechanism, anything?
They look at each other, they start, blitz talking. And then they say,
whoops.
Not that we noticed. We didn't hit anything on purpose, but I mean, we were kind of trying to figure out a bunch of things. I mean, we everything we turned on, I think we turned off. You remember when we turned on or turned off the gravity, we turned it right back on. It's possible, but it's not probable, Chief.
Understood. Commander, it's your decision. I'm not sure how you want to go with this.
Commander to Ani.
Now you see the word uncertain with a question mark after it.
Wait a second. I think of a nice single malt scotch.
Scotch? Scotch appears on the wall. Just the word scotch.
If only it were a real scotch.
Close. All right. So now I start thinking about everything on the station being perfectly safe. I say, Tompkins, just clear your mind. Pretend everything's okay. Just think about everything being okay.
Chief? I'm a security officer. That's not my job.
Well, do your best. Take it as an order if you need to. Just trying to see something. Everything's okay. Nothing's wrong with the station. Do I see anything on the walls? Is anything happening? Is it still, yeah, any change?
You see the words, "Everything's okay."
But do I still see the words tick, tick, tick?
Yes.
Okay, well, okay, so it's not responding. Okay, It's responding to our thoughts, but it's not taking orders. Or it can't take orders from us. We're just not the right species. Okay, I relay all this information based to the rest of the away team, just saying it looks like the station's trying to respond to us psionically, like it's responding to my thoughts. I don't know if we can control it that way because it doesn't seem to be acting like that, but it's tied into our thoughts somehow. And I asked the lieutenant, did you experience anything like that in your time here?
David.
Yes, Tucker.
David.
Yes.
I really don't want you guys to get the impression that this is my solution to everything, because I honestly just took this talent on a lark.
You're going to mind meld someone, aren't you?
Can I mind meld with the station?
Your brain will explode.
If you could find a point to access it,
Come on,
it might
Marvin.
be possible.
Brain the size of a planet.
I don't actually want to do that.
Try neck pinching.
I would like. It's like that's all my character does at this point.
Well, it's good to have a go-to.
Well, we tried to warn you about this the first time you used it on a hostile Romulan.
She
Spock
says,
did meld with the computer once, so.
well, not me, but some of the rest of the crew did seem to go a little crazy. I'm not calling you crazy, Chief, but
No. And I'm sitting there in my head just trying not to call her crazy. I was like, were the other members of your team telepathically gifted? Any Vulcans, Betazoids? Anyone?
no. Andorian was the closest.
Closest?
Some people say Andorians, Enar, kind of psionic. I mean, the Bolian certainly wasn't.
I don't know where we're going now.
Where I'm going, don't know where I'm going.
None of us were psionic.
Commander, how do you want to proceed with this? Because some of this is looking bad, but if we can figure this station out, we can maybe have a chance of saving that planet.
All right, so I'm going to do something I only do. I try not to do every single time, and I am going to let's just talk about this out of character. So see if we can help Tani come up with a solution that's not mind melding with the fucking station.
So no mind
Iconian station. No,
I just don't want to.
I will not let that happen.
It sounds like it's responding to the mental probing, but not taking orders from it.
Stop! I've got it.
Okay.
Tani turns to the Borg drone that's standing right there and says, "With your assimilation tubules, would you be able to create an interface with the station?"
That sounds probable.
Please attempt to do so.
in my head, I'm just thinking, well, my first thought is, oh great, Borg's going to assimilate Iconian technology. But the second thought is, it's been here for
I
800
think
years.
it would be most beneficial to do it in the glyph room.
Agreed. And let us proceed there immediately. And she says that to everybody. So we go and go to the glyph room.
We'll wait for you there.
So we go to the glyph room.
Okay, is everybody going to the glyph room? Binars, Lieutenant Tyler.
What are Binars and Lieutenant Tyler doing right now?
They had turned the station on, the gravitational pulse.
Yeah, the Binards are trying to figure out how everything in the room works, very excitedly.
Okay, no, then not them.
Yeah, I was going to suggest they stay in there. Yeah.
Yeah, let's take Lieutenant what's her name, and then actually, I guess it's just me, the drone, and Lieutenant what's her name.
Yeah. So I guess Craig's character, and Craig may have been the one who reached out. Craig's the chief of security.
Yeah, he's in the room.
Craig can come with me then. Yeah.
Okay. He's kind of. I'm watching the Borg drone.
All right.
He's also backup for us.
Yeah.
I'm the muscle.
Ah, there we go. Hi, Craig.
He's the bouncer.
Hello.
Okay. So there you go. So you guys make your way to the glyph room, and it goes on the wall. You say, you see, hello, second.
I think it's talking about the drone.
Indeed. Its designation is, and it's I know it's second of something. I don't remember my son. The second of
second.
Okay, yeah.
And a little port opens in the wall.
Whoa.
Is that supposed to happen?
I'm really conflicted.
And this is how baby stations are made.
Are you sure about this, Commander?
It seems like the sphere is trying to interface with the drone again.
Indeed. If the drone is successful, we should be able to make contact with the presence controlling the station.
He's been compliant so far. Let me go see if I can get him.
Indeed, he does comply.
I escort second of 3 back to the glyph room with the wall, asking for him to touch its naughty part.
What?
You heard me. I'm going to get second to touch its port.
As opposed to its starboard.
Tab A into slot B. That's how it goes.
Okay. So second walks up and goes, Commander, you still want me to do this?
That's you, Tom.
I'm going to pull out my phaser.
Yes.
You got rank.
Okay. And he reaches out and assimilation tubules into the port.
Everyone blushes.
And we all die. So
Neutronium falls, everyone dies.
Great. I had to talk like an idiot for nothing then. Just because you could not
report. Second of 3 report.
Worth.
I'm seeing everything. I have control of this station. What would you like me to do?
Remind me exactly what the problem is again. The ecliptic disk of the black hole is going to whack into the planet or something?
It's the radiation emanating from the black hole is
now in line with the planet's orbit. So
yes.
In essentially like a month or so, all life on the planet will be wiped out permanently.
Yes.
As opposed to life being wiped out temporarily.
So
Correct.
The radiation in this black hole functions like a disk instead of a sphere?
Imagine a quasar.
Yes, it's a disk.
Very
The
similar.
radiation emanating from the black hole is a disk.
Okay. I ask second of 3 if he can rotate the plane of the disk such that the planet will no longer be in danger.
Processing. And he activates the sphere, lights up from the outside. You guys can't see that, but you on the planet are getting a lovely light show at this point. Yep.
Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from? Cat and I do.
That was not even close to what I was doing.
You regard
No, but it works.
Nice sandstorm.
May not have been
All right.
Sandstorm, but doesn't have a lot of lyrics. So
That is literally what it was Sandstorm, was what I did.
I know, which
All
is
right.
why I did something that had lyrics
What was the name of that song?
instead.
Sandstorm.
The Rude Sandstorm.
Processed, Commander. What else?
What else do we need this to do? I'm sorry, I've sort of lost track.
We don't actually.
Shut down the thing so no.
Oh, we fixed it?
Not blowing up is good too. If it doesn't blow up, I would prefer that.
Our current mission was
that's-
to save the populace of the planet from the imminent death.
Is there any current self-destruct mechanism active?
Searching. Negative.
Is it possible to transfer all Iconian archives onto local storage?
Insufficient space.
What the hell was all the ticking for? And I
It
do
was-
say it out loud.
The
It was
ticking.
you-
The ticking was your thoughts. A matter of time. Rush. Hurry up.
Ta'ani looks at him, at Zip, raises one eyebrow, and says, "You now see the advantage of keeping one's emotions under logical check."
Got him.
The words "ha ha" appear on the wall.
Wait a
right.
minute, but where's the ha come from? Her or me?
Exactly.
Question: Is neutronium the stuff the hull's made out of particularly rare?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is
In
this
large
currently
quantities.
an object of study, or is it just kind of here around the base that we are? Because
Oh,
This is-
I also,
Go ahead.
second of 3, are any security protocols presently active?
please and thank you.
Not after you destroyed the Guardian.
Good. Sorry. Yeah.
The Guardian was the last protocol.
Yeah, I got that. Thank you, second of 3. This should be quite sufficient. You have performed efficiently. Please
you,
disconnect.
I'm sorry, Hal.
And he-
I can't let you do that.
And he attempts to disconnect, and he's held in place.
I actually saw that coming because there's a comic that came with Star Trek Elite Voyager where basically this exact same thing happens.
All right.
I haven't read it, so
No, I totally believe that you wouldn't have, though. If you can get it running, which is a task and a half because it runs on OpenGL, which is a shame. It's a great game, and I highly recommend it to everyone.
I loved it.
okay.
Oh man, it's so good, and it's such a great. It's also a great inspiration for RPGs because the concept of a hazard team is friggin' perfect.
Oh, no
yeah.
kidding.
Loved
That's
it.
a great.
game.
I played the demo.
Oh, the whole thing is just as. I mean,
I
the
played them
end is a
both.
little bit. The
Yeah.
final boss is like the most cliched villain in the history of everything. But like there's literally on TV tropes. There's a list of tropes he quotes verbatim, and there's like 5.
That's awesome. Isn't like Star Trek known for tropey villains, though?
Kind of.
Did we just lose half of our group?
I was gonna say like half of them just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird.
I don't know. It's not me.
No,
I'm still here.
I've been having real problems staying connected. It's just dropping me. Yeah.
John,
Me
Nick,
too.
and Tucker just all dropped like 10 seconds ago.
Yeah.
Like the old Disney Treasure Planet. I'm still here.
So
Sorry about that. I got kicked off the call for some reason.
Yeah.
You're the only one.
okay. So second, while being kind of frozen, it said downloading.
Oh, good. He's an Iconian
I
now.
take out my phaser and I shoot the two.
That doesn't sound good, Tawny.
I don't
caution.
even bother with the board.
Fascinating. There's so much.
It's full of stuff.
Tawny, I don't think this is a good thing.
Explain.
I'm being given Iconian knowledge.
Never mind. Everything is going exactly as planned.
Knowledge of what type?
That's an interesting form of local storage.
A database, science, stars, cultures.
I point my
It is
phaser
full of
right at
stars.
the interface of the tubules, and I say, "We can't let it have this information, Captain. I'm the commander." I'm just
I turn to Zip and say, this drone is currently disconnected from the collective. If we allow it to download the files, we will be able to access them on our own main computer. This could grant us invaluable scientific and archaeological data.
Or it gives the knowledge to create its own collective out of us.
It would be unable to do
75%
so.
Complete.
Did you just say complete?
Yes.
It said 75% complete.
Zip, I understand your problems. Just trust me.
The drone just said that to me.
Yes.
I am utterly confused now.
That's creepy.
This is like turning my universe upside down right now.
It doesn't seem to be driven by the collective currently. It should be all right.
I can confirm that it is disconnected from the collective.
Zip, remember I'm 800 years old. The Borg are different. We're different.
This is the creepiest guy.
I show no emotion. I'm like, I pull up all the old.
The emotionless voice sells it.
I take a step closer to Zip and I say, I take a step closer to Zip and I say, Senior Chief Petty Officer, I need you to lower your weapon.
I take a moment. I mean, this chill down my spine just feels cold. I just take a moment, call back to all the old mental trainings I've had over the years, and just push everything to the side for a second, and just lift the phaser up. I still have it in my hand, but I pull it up like in a safety position. Just hold. And I just look at Tiani. This is your call, Commander.
Thank you, Senior Chief Petty Officer.
Download complete. And he disconnects from the port.
Second of 3, you will return to the ship with us, where you will proceed to download all of the Iconian files into our main database.
And then I would like to discuss things with your captain. I have things that I need to talk with only him about.
I am sure that can be accommodated.
Thank you, Commander. Your compliance is most appreciated.
Command structure.
Old
was a
Borg
mind
don't
map.
count. They're like an exception to prove the rule.
Well, keep in mind, she's like probably a couple thousand light years from the nearest vinculum at this point, so.
Okay.
He's been a while.
I holster my phaser, and I just like, this is gonna be one hell of a report to write.
All right.
All right.
Let's go back to the planet.
Yay, I get to run the race.
Oh, something shiny's happening.
Yeah, so rewinding about 10 minutes or so, right before the light show happens.
Mhm.
Actually, or right as the light show happens.
You already defeated them at dodgeball, or is it like the light shows at the end of dodgeball?
Oh, no. So dodgeball's happened.
Okay.
And Mikhail comes out and he goes, Doran, your village, your tribe, the people you travel with.
Yes.
They seem to be most competent. You are...
We highly value
athletes?
competence
Yeah.
in a wider range of skills and disciplines.
You have athletes. You yourself are a scholar. And based on the look on Vanderlaan's face, he does not look too happy. So it seems that you have a great philosopher amongst you.
I am certain we do.
Philosopher is a very loose term.
I can feel your dissension from down here. Calm it down. Ignore
I'm
it.
sure I'll hear more about it in the debriefing.
And at that moment, you see light emanating from the moon. What they call the moon. Yorin?
Oh, they call it the moon.
What?
Yes.
Why is that bright? I mean, that's the second time in a month.
What did you tell people the reason it was bright the first time?
Random chance? Random fluctuations?
Well, then certainly it must be just simply random fluctuations again. Surely we should just have to observe and nothing bad could possibly go wrong.
Yes, but once in a lifetime does not happen twice in a month.
Well, you've had a very long lifetime to live, so I'm sure this is just a rare occurrence.
I'm sure this is just a rare occurrence.
He looks at you with utter incredulous, with this look of utter incredulousness. And
The word you want is incredulity.
Thank you. Incredulity. That's a good one.
It is.
Good word.
Yorin, no. I buy the math error. I can be on board with us moving, but to have a once in a lifetime occurrence happen twice in such short order, I cannot support all of that in such short time.
Well, that's your own damn problem.
Who brought the EMH? Really?
I don't know. In a planet where everyone's about to die of radiation poisoning, someone thought it might be appropriate to have some medical personnel around.
The perfect choice for first contact situations.
I find that's always
Certainly an interesting crew
At
to make
first
it happen.
contact situations.
always make
I resent the implication that I would be anything but perfect at a first contact situation.
We should have had Dr. Gill debate the philosopher.
Oh
No,
no.
he was supposed to debate the medical person that we never got to.
God.
Because he would have been perfect for the "you're not really here," and then he goes to touch him and he wasn't really there.
That would have been great.
That would have been fantastic.
I was just thinking he could heal him after the beatdown he'd take.
Oh, that definitely would have been better than the vegetable store. I vote that would. In my dreams, that's how it would have gone.
Anyway,
So I'm sensing some tension though with this conversation. It doesn't look like it's going well for Urine.
Well,
I like your pronunciation of it.
I want you to know, Mikhailu, that it has been on my studies for some time, and if it turns out to be something of an unfortunate event, I have already made preparations to mitigate its effects. The question is describing it in a way that will not. What's the way I should put it? Not affect the worldview of your peers, if you know what I mean. Referencing back to the things we were just talking about, 5 minutes ago. In game.
You do speak the truth, Yorin. Many people are not ready. But some need to be.
I put my hand on his shoulder. I was like, of course. That is why we have you ministers and Ayaka. Akara.
Akara?
Booyah.
Just make random syllables. You get one right.
Give it a go. Use letters, not all of them together.
Yorin, I am an old man.
Oh, Pish Posh, you're not that old. Look at that magnificent beard you have.
What?
Well, yes.
What?
I am an old man. I have but one request of you.
Let me hear it then.
Take me with you. When you leave our village, take me with you. I have never left Akara. I want to see somewhere else.
The gears start turning in Yoren's head. Oh, he knows that this isn't going to be a good thing to happen with the superiors, and he can't exactly hide it from them. But he is kind of favorable to the idea.
The fact that he's trying to figure out a way to hide him on a ship is just awesome.
We can't bring your pets home.
Can't prove that.
We're about to bring a pet home,
I have a space aquarium full of space sea monkeys in my room on board the
Hadfield?
Yes, the Hadfield. Warren is great with names, let me tell you.
And imagine if you're this great with names, how great you're going to be at taking care of a little old man you're hiding in your room.
Dr. Gill is available for babysitting duties.
I'm sure he would I'm sure he would take great pleasure in describing everything the future has to offer to anyone who will listen. I look at him and tell him, Yoren has to drop the fully happy-go-lucky, very straightforward and well, not straightforward, but the usual Vorta personality and actually get serious for a second. If it were all up to me, I think I could find a way, but there are I am part of a larger organization that frowns upon removing significant influences from other cultures. I would try, but I believe but who's in command of the away mission right now? Tess?
Tess.
But I would not be able to keep it from my superior officer, who is, as you may have seen, the lovely lass who just won the athletics competitions.
Hmm. She is a lovely lass.
Sorry.
Do you think it might help if I pled my case with her?
Yorin ponders for a minute and thinks, is he going to get in trouble with Tess for actually even just allowing this to happen? Because that would reveal that he revealed something to him. But I didn't actually reveal that much, so it couldn't be that bad, right? Tick tock, tick tock.
So are you asking me, or are you just pondering aloud?
He's just kind of pondering aloud mostly. I don't think you would actually tell me, because for Tessa's sake, unless, well, I don't really need an answer for that. It's like,
If you want a reminder of what you were told at the start of the last mission, you were given clearance to remove people who wanted to go.
Ooh.
Now, that was supposedly under the guise of convince the minister or convince the mayor, who would then authorize everyone to be relocated. But perhaps with the whole situation of this planet no
Starfleet's
longer
problem for giving broad and unspecific orders.
So it wasn't. So you're not. So it was for the.
Yep.
You're supposed to. What they were meaning to say, but they didn't. Was that you get permission to let people go just to save their lives? Probably not for a day trip.
So
They have made their cake and must lie in it.
Thank you very much for that, David, because Yorin, who also has a special focus in law, loves loopholes and loves to
Yes.
use them.
So, like the explicit orders that Dr. Commander What's-Her-Face, which is how she will be referred to in memory, is you are allowed to remove people who wish to be removed.
So
Very simple, very straightforward.
normally, this would not be something we're very capable of, but you are actually in a special situation. So if you go up to her and say that you wish to be removed from this situation, I believe we can work out a way to take you. And of course, I will support that 100% if you so desire it.
Yorin, you are a wise and kind man. Thank you.
Oh no, thank you. It takes one to know one, as my friends in the academy once said.
And, I don't know what academy means, but I got you.
Indeed.
We shall not speak of my math error.
What math error? I've already forgotten everything.
Exactly. So Mikhail walks up to Tess and Sanfana, and at this point, second, and goes, Commander Denning, Tess, I hear you are the one to talk to. I have spent a great time talking with Yorin. I am Mikhail, the Minister of Astronomy here. We have learned much. I made a mathematical error, and well, Yorin helped open my eyes, along with my own mathematics. And well, the short of it is, I wish to go with you wherever you're going.
Oh, good. He didn't. He knows that he didn't. I didn't reveal too much.
I do not know where you're going, but I wish to leave this place. My purpose here has been served. My replacement is competent. I will not be missed as an old man.
He's wording it very carefully, but I suspect it's whatever's happening is the Vorta's fault.
Of course. And Yorin is a few steps behind with a big smile on his face. It's like, this was part of the mission. I remembered exactly.
Fault?
Yeah.
No.
Don't need to be an empath to know that he is the captain of the Canary.
No. Not fault. No, he was most helpful.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
He is a wise being, wise man.
Of course.
I have taken the words of our mission to heart, Commander.
Of course, you looked at those words very carefully and found where the edges are.
Tess says, Lieutenant, a word in private.
Sorry.
Me or her? Emily, are you a lieutenant too?
Yes, I am.
Yeah. To Sanvana.
I'm thinking it's probably me, though.
No, it's to Sanvana.
Oh, is it?
Sanvana's pissed
Yeah.
at this point because the board is just doing
Uh-oh.
Yes.
Can we actually take him?
Like, physically, yes.
Well, but legally.
Don't beat the old man
I know
up.
we can physically take him. He
old man.
fits, but like
He's a tiny... Where do you... Yeah, he's a
Take him.
he's a tiny old man. Of course we can.
but
Well, if you're
legally. I mean,
looking at-
I know our orders were we can remove anyone who wants to be removed, but
I don't feel like it would be... I don't know if he's psychologically ready to handle going anywhere else. I think he feels ready, but just I think legally it's a little dubious, and I feel like we're going to get in trouble. Psychologically, it feels a little dubious because it's a bit like taking a fish out of a fish tank and dropping it into an ocean, and then trying to explain the ocean to the fish.
and fish in that scenario die.
Yeah, and the fish usually die. Yeah, and as much as
Because they're freshwater fish.
exactly. You see, you know what I mean. But
Could not one argue that this man is going to die anyways, and that by exposing him to this world beyond his world, he would be happy?
So you're proposing that we put happiness over the logic of...
Yay, she's making arguments for me.
You know I don't like it when you set up these conflicts for me. It goes against my nature. Well, it is my nature, but...
Your nature is dual-sided.
Well, you're really impacting my well-being at this point by engaging me in this kind of conflict. So...
That later. Plus, you know I need you to help me deal with the devil's advocate side of all of this.
I think the Vorta has already made it so that the old man won't take no for an answer, and I fear that if we don't take him with us, he will ruin the entire mission. So I think it might be better to let the man come along.
But we could just take him to a different part of the planet. But then once we leave, then he'll know.
I don't. So instead of taking it,
Abandon him on the part of the planet where no one lives for 1,000 miles.
that feels even more cruel than just taking it with him, because essentially you're taking him and putting him on the far side of the planet by himself. Yes, he will have the satisfaction of knowing he met spacemen, but he'll also be alone on the far side of the planet. He's an old man.
That has more moral issues. I agree. That is the worst thing we can do. Well, no, there are worse things we can do.
Yeah,
but
as far as moral, yeah, the moral issue. Well,
We're not going to maroon him on the station.
David said there were worse things. That's one of them.
We're not going to try to create a list of what are the worst things we can do.
He's wrong with all of you.
I'm not in this conversation. It's just the two of them.
Lieutenant, what is the best thing we can do for this man and his well-being?
I think, given the fact of his taking into consideration his age and his request and the letter of the law, the only option would be to take him with us. And I don't like that I have to say that, because that means that the Vorta did something.
Yoren can only be wrong so many times. He's got to be right once in a while.
Well,
I wouldn't exactly call this right.
I wouldn't call this right. I would call this he tripped into a conflict that I then had to clean up. And frankly, I
Yeah,
feel
you
like
describe it.
both.
I feel like this is going to be a theme that I'm not going to be excited about, but since I
Lucky
have
you.
to, since I have to clean this up, I think that this is the best case scenario for the little old wizard. I know, he looks like a wizard, so I call him Wizard.
Mr.
Whatever his
Wizard.
name, Mr. Wizard.
Okay. So Tess and Sanvana turn around. All
You're
right.
still sitting there a few steps behind, smiling. Got that smug Vorta look on his face.
And Vile shoots a look at the border that says, "You and me, we're going to talk later about this, and it's not going to be pleasant for you."
Still has the
Mikhail.
smug smile on his face.
Mikhail, we will take you with us.
Give him a nice pat on the shoulder and a big smile and a
It's a happy
Good to
ending
go.
for everyone.
Just make sure you keep an eye on him. No leaving him alone.
Yeah, Yorin.
Are you? Is that going to the old man watching me, or me watching the old man?
Yes.
I'm wanting it to be equal on both sides. You keep an eye on each other, keep each other out of trouble. If you want to adopt pets, this is part of the responsibility.
How rude! People are not pets.
No, they are.
Well, it seems someone has more psychological problems than I do.
So the four of you are now going to grab second, and then make your way to
The rest of our nameless crewmen that we brought along.
yeah. But you're going to make your way to.
Did we have Yeg? We had a pilot, didn't we? Yeah. Did we leave him with the shuttle?
Oh yeah, you have Yeg in there too. Forgot about him. How could I forget about him?
Exactly. So we're still in the middle of the shining in the sky right now.
Yeah. So you're going to grab the rest of your crew, and you're going to walk up to Akara, the mayor, and Tess is now going to say, "All right,
Got
Mayor
Mikhail, Ethel,
Akara.
and Vanderlaan on our side.
Yes, we have met the challenges of your ministers. You can see the moon shining. We came here with the intention of helping you.
This is not in front of the whole village, right? This is just the small
Just-
group of us.
Just essentially her and the ministers.
Gotcha. Perfect.
You see, that's a weird declaration for everybody. I don't know how many people were supposed to be in on this, but that feels like a lot of.
Well, we had
Right.
like a whole village-wide banquet
Feast
or
at
something
the beginning.
beforehand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's clearly very memorable for me.
You got drunk during the banquet.
Exactly. And then you started arguing, and that would explain your dreams.
That really does. Hey, we retconned it. It all works.
I am not used to this kind of liquor, okay?
But things seem to be working for the best right now, and at this point, I think we are safe to take our leave from you. So,
Yay.
Yes!
Victory.
Akara, your hospitality is grand. Your pleasantry is mighty, and your ministers are among the best in the land. Mikhail here has requested to accompany us, and he says that his replacement is very competent. If you do not object, are more than happy to take him with us. She says, no objection on my part. No, feel free, Mikhail. Safe travels. You have served me well. Essentially, she's saving face at this point.
Mhm.
She's a little embarrassed that her ministers were bested.
But we're not rubbing it in, so it's good.
I still think that was all pretty successful.
Yeah, we're being very gracious about it. Nobody got into a fight unnecessarily.
We made it through most of the challenges without offending their culture.
Yes. And Vanderlaan pipes up and says, Sanvana, you have weird dreams. If you have more of these, I hope you write and tell me about them.
I'll be sure to do that, but hopefully my nightmares will not be as vivid as they were. I fear it may have been the alcohol.
Hashtag blame it on the alcohol.
Hashtag living. I will be sure to let you know of any future dreams.
Well, then I guess I can live a man in continued pursuit of truth.
And I'm sure your students will be better for it.
Oh, I plan on teaching a whole class based on your dream.
I can only...
And I'm the one who ruins the Prime Directive.
I'm very, very flattered. I don't feel that would be necessary. Your teachings are already so
The
vivid.
backwalking begins.
So vivid that I feel any input on my part would be just inferior in quality to what you already teach.
Board is gonna get praised.
Oh, but
he's always gonna get thrown in the brig.
All this new information, these things that we have never imagined before, we must explore it all.
Well,
looks like someone else is gonna get the god worship.
I don't know if you'll want to be worshipped this way.
The dreams of Sanvana.
That's a definite.
Oh, that sounds like a book title.
Oof, that sounds very catchy.
That sounds like a religious text.
Okay.
That sounds like.
Well,
I can see it now.
Isn't that one of the 4 Chinese classics?
It's going to be one of the 4 Ithic classics.
What are the 4 Chinese classics? Sorry, which one is?
The Dreams of Sanvana.
Well, I can only hope that you won't do that.
You just don't. Like, please.
Because I feel that I only intended those to be for you. As you know, I was quite disturbed.
The masses aren't ready.
They aren't ready, and it was very difficult for me to tell you that information.
Okay, Kelly.
But I know to be safe with you. But you do with that information what you will, because you're so wise.
Okay, Kelly, we got you. Whatever you say.
Thanks.
I'll pat her on the back as Yoren and be like, I'm sure this will go very well. Perhaps we should just leave it to them.
I don't want to have to put this in a report. How am I going to explain the vegetables? Too much
improvisation.
Our captain's going to be so happy with all of our decisions.
The captain's going to have a lot to say, I hope.
Actually, what's going to be great is that part where we go and we evaluate how everyone did on the mission, and it talks about things like, did anybody violate the Prime Directive?
Yep.
Well, thank you, Doctor. I can only hope that you'll find it within your wisdom to keep our conversation private. Because I'm a very shy person, and
Yeah, I don't see that happening. I'm sorry. The pursuit of knowledge has to outweigh the needs of one.
Lieutenant, I believe there's an idiom back from my academy days. Don't dig yourself a deeper hole.
thank you.
And yes, he did just start the foundations of the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the one.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, thank you.
Yay!
We're done having this conversation.
Let's get out of here quick.
Yeah.
It's like you guys should probably leave before this gets any worse.
You go. Thank you.
Yoren's uncomfortable. You've done it. You're done.
Yeah, we're good.
And Ethel just goes, hey, next time, Tess. I got you next time.
Okay.
She goes,
Definitely.
uh-huh.
Mhm.
Thumbs up. They're all the rest of the ethic just start trying to do a thumbs up. Like, wait, what? What did they just do?
Oh, for God's sake!
I cut in. It's
Screwed
like, thank
everything
you,
up. Thanks
thank
a
you.
lot.
We must be on our way.
You should go. We created a religion. And
Let's go. And I'll start herding the commander and the rest of our group. It's time to go, Commander. Wouldn't you agree? Yes, let's go.
Okay. So everybody starts shuffling out and going back to the shuttle. And
Yep.
or did you guys transport down? I don't
No,
recall.
we had shuttles.
Okay, you guys
That's when we
shuttled
had
down.
Yeg.
All right. Back to the station.
And I keep an eye, of course, on Mikhail, who's probably massively impressed by this strange metal box.
Oh yes.
He was having a gale.
Yeah, let's do that before we go back to the station. So you get back to the shuttle. He goes, Yoren? What is that?
There will be much to learn in your remaining days, and I'll make sure they are as interesting as possible. And this is but the first step of that journey, a doorway to the beyond.
And as the shuttle hatch opens, he faints into your arms.
Oh, good. That'll make it way easier.
Swoon.
Yeah.
That's fine. That works too.
Okay. That's gonna make that a whole lot easier.
Yep.
So back to the station. I don't know what's left, guys.
We fly home.
We debrief.
So
Keep your pants on.
I think we sort of won, right? We've got second of 3 to deal with.
So you got second of 3. You're bringing back everybody. You're not leaving anybody on the station, correct?
Oh, I don't think so.
Okay.
We can study it at our leisure at this point.
Bringing a guardian with you, or
I
you
do
leaving
have
the
to-
station?
I do have to
Zip,
drag
are you
the
bringing
binars
the robot
away.
head with you?
We can literally go back to the station and explain to them, all the defensive procedures have been shut down on the station. It's safe for regular scientific study now.
Oh yeah, Federation will study this for decades.
Now the question is, do we have to leave second with them?
So that should be up for the station to determine, wouldn't it? What? He already disconnected, dude.
Well, yes, but he's still the only one who knows how to control the station.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Okay, so Zip, are you bringing your guardian head with you?
Oh, that's yeah.
Yeah, I.
You know what? Everyone else is getting a pet. I'm going to take it with me and hope it doesn't bite me in the ass.
Okay.
Because I want to study this technology up close.
I love it, man. Everyone else is getting a pet. I'm getting a head.
You get a pet, you get a head. Okay.
Zip's just trying to get ahead in his career.
Okay, between the robot head and the vegetables attacking kind of thing, I'm just thinking of Lex the series here.
Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
Okay. Hey, Captain.
Yeah.
Wait, we have a captain?
You
this could be a
got
fun
two
report.
shuttles coming back to your ship.
Uh-huh.
So
Oh man, I feel so bad. How long have we left you out?
3 hours?
I'm so sorry.
yeah, about 2.5 hours. Hey, so which shuttle would you like to get back first?
Just put them in a holding pattern and make them wait.
Oh, okay.
You make me wait, I make you wait.
So you got 2 shuttles like in circling the Hadfield.
You go first. No, you go first. You go.
After you. Oh no, I insist. After you.
I was at one of those stops today. I just put my hands up. I'm like, look, dude, I'm not going.
Where the courtesy is too much and you have to just surrender. All right, somebody is going to have to.
Somebody either needs to move or just like plant themselves because
Right, and that's where I'm like, no, hands off the wheel. It's not me.
Otherwise, we're gonna live here, and frankly, I have things to do.
I'm too busy for this. I'm gonna wait.
So yeah, that was me. All right. So okay, Captain Roan, what are you doing?
I'm in my
Because we
ready
don't
room
know.
going over reports.
Oh, you're in your ready room. That's nice.
Oh god.
Dun, dun,
Enjoy your
dun.
last moments of peace.
So you're looking down at a pad, and all of a sudden you hear a transporter.
What?
My hand reaches under my desk for a phaser.
You keep a face
You look
around
up,
your desk?
and
What
you
kind of a
s- and
Starfleet
you
pacifist are you?
Badass.
A smart one?
And you see a Cardassian.
One I recognize.
Boo!
Yeah.
One from the planet. From the.
Which planet?
He looks at you and he says, Roan, you've looks like you've made something of yourself."
What do I owe the honor of this visit?
Oh,
This
you know,
unannounced visit.
business as usual. What name are you going by these days? It's certainly not Tobler.
Dakar.
Dakar.
Captain Dakar Ron.
Oh, Captain, my Captain. You know, the more rank they get, you can put all the shields, the nicest ship around. It doesn't matter. I can get to you anywhere I want.
And what is it that you want?
I'm embarrassed you even have to ask. Information, trade, opportunity.
Profit.
He's a Ferengi.
I was just gonna say you sound a lot more like a Ferengi. than
It's really
a
dim and
Cardassian.
Bach, watch out!
Secrets.
Secret. I got a secret.
He can just keep listing off words, I guess.
That's all he needs to do. You know, Captain.
No.
Dakar.
Out of character.
Dakar,
What's
I
his
call you
name
Dakar.
again?
He actually hasn't told you, and you never knew as Tobler.
Okay, I could have sworn that that information was in that
No.
that scenario. Okay.
You know, I did a great number of favors for you. Well, your past host.
Oh, well, there you go.
Are you calling them in?
I'm not calling all of them in. I'm calling some of them in.
3 is the number of the... Sorry.
I mean, look, I'm certainly not calling 5 of them in, or 4 of them in. That's too cliche, you know. The whole Madrid thing.
Uh-huh.
We're not talking lights here.
Oh, famous!
Tucker, you're ruining the scene. It's
All right.
dramatic. Dramatis.
I'm playing Kingdom of Loathing, okay? It's not my fault.
But, you know, I thought we
Dramatis
were
loci.
friends. I thought we were friends, Roan.
Friends would be stretching the truth.
Well,
Associates, I would say.
fine, associates. If you want to play semantics.
My favorite game.
We're business associates. We have mutual
We were?
interests at times. You wound me with your words, sir. You wound me.
Do you not understand the nature of my people, the Trill?
You live for lifetimes. You will outlive me. I get it.
Yes, but also that we leave our past lives behind us.
Yes, I get it, and you're not dealing in genetics anymore, or
Especially-
eugenics,
well,
or
except
whatever
for-
you're calling it.
Except for that one time Julian Bashir slept with Esri Dax, but we don't talk about that.
You're just not dealing in eugenics anymore. No worries.
Say what you will, Roan. You are still Starfleet. You're still the supposed hero. You're the all-conquering Federation, mighty good guy. Yeah. Whatever. I get it. Look, you're out here. You're going to be out in the middle of nowhere. You don't have friends. I saw what Brasha did to you, and you need some help. Yeah, I know about Brasha. Don't ask. You don't want to know, okay? Look, I can tell you more about her, but that comes at a price, and clearly you don't want to pay my game. Yes, pay
your
not
game?
play. You don't want to pay for my info, okay?
Well, how can I know what I'm willing to pay when I don't know what the cost is or what I'm getting exactly?
Yeah, but if I tell you, then you don't pay for it. It's a double-edged sword. Do you want me to lay all my cards on the table, Captain?
I would be pleased to see even one.
Fine.
Nice.
Brasha's Orion Syndicate.
Dun, dun,
I came to that conclusion much myself.
Okay.
I actually did.
How am I supposed to know what you know, Captain?
Well,
Not a
you
card
claim
you
to
laid
know
on
a
the
lot
table,
of
it's a card
things.
I laid. Do you know that she's working with the Gorn?
Well, given the nature of the Orions, I would assume that they work with everybody. As to why they would be working with the Gorn specifically, no, I do not.
Okay, then. Now we're getting somewhere.
Slowly but surely. What is it
Like
you
I
want?
s-
Specifically.
Specifically? You're going to be presented with an opportunity to bring me in. I want you not to.
Well, sucks to be you.
Have a sensor malfunction. Have something go wrong. Have your tractor beam fail. Have a transporter go down. I don't know what it is. Just let me slip past. That's all I need.
If what you provide is of sufficient use, I will consider it.
I've provided enough in your past that I'm worth that. Captain.
Ooh.
I have info on that commander that defected to the Romulans.
Mhm.
Oh shit, that guy.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And I'm not here just for you. I'm here on behest of Admiral Shelby.
Oh,
dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, that actually was a plot twist.
That's why I got the serious tone.
She's a traitor.
So twisty.
And he pulls out a pad and hands it to you.
I inspect it. Does it confirm what he's saying?
On glance, on inspection, yes. If you'd like to, delve further, you can make a roll.
Absolutely.
Would you like to know more?
It's insight security.
You've got 4 momentum if you need it.
All right.
Difficulty, you have 3
So I got
momentum
14.
3.
because it's scene change.
Well, that's counting that.
It's difficulty 2.
Yeah, I'll spend momentum.
Okay.
You guys mind if I spend another 2?
I think one's fine because I'd like to be able to spend some after to see if you can get even further information.
Yeah, good call.
Mhm.
7, 10, 6. That's 3 successes.
See?
Okay.
We're getting momentum back, and we're going to press on for further.
It's totally authentic. Everything there is up to snuff.
That's the entire sniff test.
That pad, those orders came direct from the desk of Shuttle.
Saying to listen to him, basically.
Listen to him, that he is there with information, with orders to go after Commander Lewis, that he has the information, the intelligence on Lewis and on her whereabouts, and the other twist is that he requires Tess.
Interesting.
Oh.
Well,
All right.
given that my commanding officer has signed off on this, I don't really have much choice without challenging her. So for now, you have my support. But don't make me come back for you. Don't give me any reason. However difficult it may be, if I need to, I will find you.
Roan, we go back too far. Plus, you don't even know my name.
There's always ways.
You're Starfleet. You don't intimidate me.
Starfleet is only one fraction of my lifetimes.
Ooh.
Are you saying that to intimidate him?
Intimidation
Oh, yeah.
rolls.
Do you want to actually try to intimidate him on that?
Yes.
Great. Let's.
Oh, boy.
See, this is why we save momentum.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do a. That's going to be a.
Wouldn't it be opposed?
Yeah.
It's an opposed.
It's like presence security or something.
Presence. Yeah,
Command.
presence security.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got a better idea? I don't know what it should be, really.
No, that makes
So-
sense because security is about like the actual physically handling of a problem, and presence is your effect of,
Yeah.
essentially like control of a situation.
Mm-hmm. Difficulty?
It's opposed.
It's
Oh, what's
So you tell me how many successes you get.
yes? So.
You'll be
basically
rolling against each other. Which
Oh,
is
okay.
best for him.
Okay.
You both roll against
it's
0. More
or
successes
five
wins.
successes.
Toss 3 momentum on here. This is kind of an important don't fuck this up roll.
Yeah, exactly.
Throw 3 threat on there.
You want to?
Yeah, give David something to play with.
Oh, absolutely. I love it when David has something to play with. Okay, that sounded wrong.
Oh, so we're not. So we're not,
What you say is nobody gonna say anything.
So wait, are we not doing the momentum, or are we doing the momentum plus the threat for 3 extra dice?
Yes. Dude,
That
all
one.
3 extra dice.
We are intimidating this guy.
No, this guy is intimidating this guy, and we're all
Yeah.
going to die for it.
5
Yeah.
dice, Dave. Give it to us.
Yep, let's do it.
Oh,
You
we're
all right
so
with that, David?
Enjoy your threat.
That's fine. So you're spending 3 momentum and 3 threat to give.
For,
Yeah.
God.
for
All
5
right,
total dice.
we're gonna die legends, though. It's fine.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
There's going to be blackmail coming out of this.
Right?
Okay. 10, 10, 13, 16, 20.
Oh, God.
Oh,
What
Lord.
is your? What are you rolling against?
Yeah, you got any rerolls in there you can do?
Like, what are you rolling against? What's your skill or security and presence combined?
12.
12? Okay, so that's
2 successes and a complication.
2 out of 5.
that's not great. I hope he rolls worse.
He didn't roll worse.
I'm suddenly okay with the fact that the only thing I can leave behind is a religion about myself, so that's fine.
No, at least you got a legacy.
Yeah, if we all die, at least they'll remember my name.
You can't die based on an intimidation check.
Wait, are we all dying?
Not
I mean,
this.
I feel like that's the
intimidation
exact opposite of what intimidation checks are for.
Yeah. No, but I rolled 5 successes.
Wow.
How did you get 5 dice?
What?
You know how much
I
threat
never
he's been
said I
saving
rolled
this
5
entire
dice.
adventure?
I never said I rolled 5 dice. I said I got 5 successes.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yikes.
I
He's had
did
a whole
spend-
mission's worth of threat that I haven't seen him use yet.
We trust you, Dave.
Oh
Don't
no,
do
I
the
was
black
spending
end.
threat last. No, my threat. I didn't get new threat. But I've been banking threat.
Yeah.
For like late game here. Yeah. So yeah, he just continues on with the. I've read your personnel file. You have connections. I have more.
We shall see. I lean back in my
There's
chair,
no we
relax.
shall see. If anything, Roan, you should be worried about me finding you. Explain how I beamed on to a Federation ship in the middle of nowhere. My ship is nowhere to be seen. Explain that.
Oh, there's many explanations for such things.
Yeah, my ship's
I will
cloaked.
admit.
Cloaked so well that you can't see it.
Oh my god, run an anti-proton scan. God.
I find it's always good when the enemy explains.
Look, he lost the role. He's not going to get him monologuing.
Oh no, it's monologue.
Okay, it's standard practice. The more you let the other person speak, the more they reveal, and the less you do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you lost that role by a lot. I'm assuming that David just got something on you from that for game terms.
Oh,
I
yeah,
guess, yeah.
for the future. All right,
Is there
Ron.
anything else I can do for you?
Oh no, I'll just be taking your XO. We'll be back when
wow.
our mission's done.
Bring her
I'm
back
just
in one
taking your
piece,
XO.
please.
Well, one piece or a billion pieces, one of the two. I can probably
Rematerialize her afterward. And I laugh a little bit in character.
look. You'll either have her or you will have nothing to materialize her from. That's what I can guarantee you.
Well, I want you to at least do your personal best to ensure that she returns.
Hey, look, I've always come back.
Yeah, you. You have personal invested interest in yourself. I'd like you to invest a little bit of interest, at least, in her return.
Oh, Roan, you worry far too much. Don't worry. Starfleet is paying me, and they're paying me far more if your precious commander comes back.
You don't have
Well,
to be a dick
I
about it.
appreciate your desire to earn the greater income.
Well,
I mean, do we
since,
not remember Sloan? He was...
since you won't play, at least they will.
Who said I won't play?
And with that, he taps his wrist, and he vanishes. And in the shuttle coming back from the planet, Tess vanishes.
The intrigue thickens.
I hail the shuttle, knowing that this was coming,
Mm-hmm.
because I obviously was told.
Well, I'm glad she wasn't flying the ship.
No shit.
Thank God we have pilot number 1 flying the ship.
You're the captain.
Captain Rowan to Shuttle 2. Don't
Captain-
be alarmed.
So,
The commander's transport was authorized.
Oh.
Sorry for any distress it may have caused you.
well then.
See yourself aboard.
All right, close the
There's
channel.
much to discuss.
And then after the channel closes, in the 20 seconds it takes us to get back to the shuttle bay, I guess that means I'm in command.
Oh,
Of the shuttle.
Of the shuttle.
For 20
Gotta
seconds.
start somewhere, guys. Come on now.
Yeah, no, it's just work in progress.
20 seconds is far too long for such developments.
And if anything, I believe Sanvana actually outranks you.
Damn.
Okay, so one more scene that I do want is the shuttle from the station coming on board. And Vax is there to greet you as you get off the shuttle.
Do we have Vax?
He's
No.
on board. The ship.
Okay.
No.
Just checking. I was confused for a second.
Chief? Chief? Welcome back!
That's a good voice.
Chief? Are you there, Chief?
Oh, okay. I put my hand up for a second, just to let Vax give me a second to talk for a second. Okay. First thing I want you to do. Actually, hold on. I look at sorry, Craig. What's your character's name? Cass or
Toss Devon?
Koss? Okay. Okay, Koss. We need security on this. Vax, I need you to set up a disconnected computer core. Has no tie to the ship whatsoever. There's a download coming, but I don't trust Iconian software on this ship.
Iconian?
Yeah, it's a hell of a report. Yeah, I know.
Okay.
And I point to the binars and say, you two, you help them, and just give me 3 seconds to figure out what the hell I'm doing now.
Just call it the Faraday Protocol.
Oh, yeah, and the whole time I'm holding this head in my arm, you know.
Where
Not this head. So, and
is that a Borg?
The Borg is under my control. You have no cause for fear. Says the other Borg.
Did the Borg get the pet?
you know, I want to say it's a funny story, but
It doesn't
I know
sound like a funny story.
it's a story. It's a story. It's.
It's a story.
Mhm.
I love stories. Zip,
I'll t-
do you need a drink?
Oh yes.
Go
Not right
on.
now.
I'm fine.
Good. A little after. We gotta deal with this first. This is Okay, let's get started on this.
Okay. Yorin, you
Yes.
see the Borg as you're still in the shuttle bay when they land.
We're getting off the shuttle, and we meet them getting off the shuttle, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh, there's one extra person. What did I do with Mikhail?
Where's the old
I was
man?
out there looking, say, I could say the same
I thought
thing.
you had him.
Oh, gee.
Well, I'm assuming we did something with them after we got
You just hear snoring from the shuttle.
Hey,
the-
hey, Yoren, don't forget your pet on board. I'm not going to keep track of him for you.
The real question was, is he standing there with me right now, or is he like off in the medical bay getting his...
I think he fell asleep on the shuttle and you forgot to get him out of there.
Oh no, he's still unconscious.
Oh, good. Then I don't
You
have...
literally just docked and gotten out of the shuttles, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, good. He's still resting in the shuttle, and I'm going to head to the medical bay soon to help him. But right now, I'm in the shuttle bay.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing a 800-year-old Borg drone.
Does he have a beard?
No.
Can't be that old then. Huh. I'm glad I'm not the only one.
Is that the reason you adopted this old man, because you liked his beard?
I look. Well,
I
is Yig still around? Then I shoot a glance at him because he has a magnificent beard as well.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
mostly,
Yeg's still in the shuttle.
it's mostly
I
Yig's
went back
fault.
to the
with
people from my
the
shuttle going, are you guys confused as I am?
I mean, it's mostly Yig's fault from mission like 0. That was like,
Yeah.
oh, beards, cool.
Yep.
I'm Vorta. We don't get beards.
I don't know. We could have given you a beard.
Strange, hairy mammalian creatures. Weren't the Vorta like amphibious or something?
They were arboreal tree dwellers.
Yeah, they kind of look like monkeys. Weren't they supposed to kind of look like apes?
Fair enough.
Hairless apes. I don't know.
I like Borg. Borg are cool. Look, he's got lots of cybernetics that'll probably be wonderfully medically interesting. And I make a mental note to sign up in the medical bay if they're looking for assistance.
Wait, so you're voluntarily wanting to spend time around Dr. Gill?
I mean, it's a give and take situation. Now, he's obviously a culture all of his own, so he has his definite uses in moderation.
Okay. And of course, he can't resist. He needs to touch it. He wants to touch it. He wants to figure it out. For that.
I'm not a cyberneticist, but I am a biotechnology lover, and I'm sure I could find something interesting in this strange-looking, somewhat mostly Borg-looking thing that's not quite Borg. Look, it's a 3rd Dynasty Borg. It doesn't look the same as regular Borg.
Oh my god.
Borg don't have dynasties, Will.
They
Don't
do
anymore.
in Star Trek Online, David.
You can't tell Yoren that.
And again, just because they don't currently have them.
Look, I thought 3rd Dynasty Borg was better than saying steampunk Borg.
No, the Borg totally had a steampunk era.
No.
That sounds awesome.
Steam space.
I think that the Borg kind of maybe made the steampunk era. You know,
There we go.
they love it. You know, they love a mix and match, and I feel like that's a big part of being steampunks. Is like
It's a very aesthetically focused, singularity.
Yeah. I'd like to show a little skin, but also have a glass eye. Awesome. You do you.
With like a gear monocle and stuff.
Exactly.
So sorry. Was there another hook I was supposed to catch in this shuttle bay or no?
No, I was
Okay, good.
I wanted to see your reaction to a Borg, a full Borg.
And as is typical, he wants to touch it and he forgets about his pets.
Yeah.
Something I've only seen in pictures before. Or maybe
Anybody
on the
else want to do anything before I do my very final thing?
No.
No.
I mean,
I
we get, you know, the Iconian files. We take the Borg to the captain. I mean, yeah.
Did we ever finish up the life signs that we found on the sphere? We brought everyone back that we could.
Yeah, that was Lieutenant Ashland Tyler.
Cool. Just wanted to clarify.
So we beat the shit out of this mission.
Yeah.
Oh, we certainly did something with this mission.
Yeah. I don't know.
We only broke the Prime Directive once.
Oh, Only a
Once.
little
One
bit.
and a half.
Before you celebrate everything,
Oh,
we're going to flash back to the captain's ready room, and a little white flash and a
Oh,
snap.
Oh,
Yay!
please be quick. Please
Greetings,
be quick.
mon capitan.
Oh, jeez.
gosh.
You, I presume.
Oh,
I've heard
so
much
you've
about
heard
you.
of me?
Oh,
I love it when somebody's heard of me. It's so much more fun this way.
Isn't he required reading now?
Yeah, he's
Pretty
actually
much.
part of the Starfleet introduction.
Well, I have had one unannounced visitor today. What's two? And I'm
Oh.
smiling.
So there's two. I'm the second. Oh, I see. You met him. Ah, yes. He will be a thorn in your side. Yes, he will. Ah, yes.
Oh no! You can't have Delancey and like the GM telling you these things. Bad news ahead.
Well, Captain, where shall we go? Shall we go to Paris? Shall we go to the slopes of Andoria? No, that's far too cold. The people are far too rude in Paris. Maybe Atlantis?
I raise an eyebrow.
Maybe
In the Pegasus Galaxy?
yes. I know. Let
Q can break the fourth wall.
Well,
we
Q
should
originally introduced the humans to the Borg. Why not introduce them to the race?
let's just go to the Delta Quadrant, shall we?
No.
Shall
Yep.
we, Captain?
It's like a
I'm at your
ghost
disposal.
of Christmas past.
The Andromeda Galaxy? I know how you Federation love to explore.
This is a multiple choice, isn't it?
You tell me,
Why?
Captain. The choice is yours.
Multiple choice where there's very few right answers. It's like the SAT.
Tick. Tick tock.
Surprise me.
Or shall I say
Oh, why would you say that?
Oh.
Fluidic space, here we come.
I'm waiting for him to take him into like a higher dimension.
and he snaps his fingers, and that's where we cut.
If I end up without a body, I'm going to be pissed. If
And we are now two-dimensional.
Yeah, great. Like paper dolls in some dimension, I'm going to be irritated.
If I lose my corporeal form, I'm having your head for this, sir.
Why are we couches?
It's like, if you kill me, I shall be very mad that you have killed me.
It's like the
And I
Hitchhiker's
shall
Guide to the
come back.
Galaxy. We all turn into string.
Oh, goodness.
I'd like a phone pizza with extra cell phone.
Yeah, right.
Rotary.
Right? Yep.
All right.
Rick and
Here.
Morty.
Just 1 second. To everyone who watches this at some point, thank you for watching. And until next time, thank you again. Take care.